Hello and welcome to today's members only channeling. So, please just let me know that the sound and everything is okay. It is one of those streams where we have a lot of silence when I'm writing, channeling writing. So if you can hear the music, that's a really great thing. So, I do. Oh no! Sorry, I knocked the laptop. Oh my gosh. So I have my channeling pen here, and I have my beautiful Ginger Witch channeling book. If you recall this, if you remember this. So what I have done is I've written down who still. It's really warm in here. It's really warm in here, but I can't have the window open because it's too loud. I don't really like the neighbours hearing me, you know. So I have a list of root and hearts and how many channelings you each have left. So whoever comes in, we will just go by that list and we will just, we'll just roll on through, if you will. But I do have a little bit of a list coming up already. So so we have Kieran requesting a timestamp. I'm guessing that's POI. I might check back on the Facebook for that. It's usually POI with Kieran. We'll check back. Sid, we have Jay. I'm not going to say the full name on stream as requested. Demini, we did have something from Demini, and that was in this chat. Channeling from grandmother. Okay. Didn't write that down, sorry. Okay. And we have Jasmine as well, and we have Spirit Guide message for recent events. So that's kind of the list at the moment. We have like a little bit of a list going. We have Kieran, Sid, Demini, and Jasmine. And that's okay because, according to this, Kieran has one, Sid has one left, Demini has one left, and Jasmine has one left. So that's perfect. That's perfect. And I do have the list of the roots who haven't had one yet, so they have one. The hearts who haven't had either both of them or just one of them, So we'll see how we go. And then if there is a lot of hearts that don't get their second one today, we can always plan another stream. This is why I'm kind of trying to do, you might have noticed that I haven't really done many other streams other than members. I'm prioritising the members for the beginning of the month. So anywhere that's missing, anything that's missing, we can catch up towards the end of the month, It's been very busy for me recently with bookings. Bookings and personal things, so it's kind of like, I need a break, but it's good. I'm cleansed, I'm balanced, I'm calm, but I am doing a lot, so just bear with me with that. So feel free to prompt me if there's still something that I'm missing with you. Facebook, Discord, email, whatever it is. But most of you guys I do have scheduled in for the weekend, so we have a few of you scheduled for Saturday, a few of you scheduled for Sunday, depending on how recently you booked. So please just bear in mind that when it does get booked up, it is only me. I can't pass the reading off to someone else to do, So it's all about time and things like that. I can fall behind a little bit, and I try not to let that affect YouTube, but sometimes it does. So we're going to try to catch up on streams at the end of the month. We're going to try to do Rune. I said tea leaf. I really need to get a little bit more in depth with tea leaf, but I'm really excited to do that. But we definitely will have a Rune, some pendulums coming up, even streaming some different places as well, like going out and streaming and things like that. But yeah, so let's get on with this. So we have who's actually in here at the moment. Sid, Maya. Maya, you're a root chakra and you've already had one, so you don't have one this month. So let me try to explain. So if you're a root chakra, you get one channeling per month. So if you've had one, you don't get one on the second stream. If you're a heart chakra, oh sorry, I shouldn't do that. If you're a heart chakra, you get two. Let's put it this way. You get two. If you had one last time, you can have one now. If you didn't have any, you can possibly have two now, or you can have one now, and we'll do another stream. So I'm trying to get them in as early as possible. So I hope it makes sense. Tam, hello and welcome. So Tam, yes. Let me see. So Tam actually you have a channeling available. So Tam, if you would like someone to be channeled, please feel free to let me know. You do have another channeling available. I think you're a horse. I think you had one, but oh no, you're a root. You haven't had one. Sorry, getting confused. So yes, if you want someone channeling, just let me know who they are, and let's get on with it now. So I know I always kind of go into things with the intro, it was a little bit going overboard, but I'm shortening it. My intros used to be like 15 minutes, it's only been 5 minutes, so it's not too bad. But one thing I will say, so I am doing a giveaway, as you know, if you've seen it, I'm doing a giveaway. The prize of the giveaway is a free reading spell or session. Though not every single thing on my website will be included in the prize giveaway, but whoever wins I will communicate with, and we'll just, you can say, oh, I like these things, or any of these available for the prize, and I'll tell you, yes, these ones are available for the prize, and you can choose one. So yeah, there'll be quite a few things available, not everything, but quite a few. So we do have some people who've already entered into the giveaway, so that's great. And remember, if you're a subscriber, you get 1 entry. If you're a root chakra member, you get 2 entries. If you're a heart chakra member, you get 3 entries. Okay. So if you, like I said, there are 2 ways to enter the giveaway. You can leave a review on my website, or you can share my channel or website and screenshot where you've shared it to, and then you'll be entered. So that's all you have to do. So Tam says grandmother as well. Okay, so we're having grandmothers come through today. Very nice. I do like that kind of energy. It tends to be quite a protective but calming energy from grandmothers, so that's quite nice. I'm looking forward to that. So our list at the moment is Kieran, Sid, Damini, Jasmine, Tam. Is Kieran here? Because Kieran did request a timestamp, so she can be pushed to the bottom. That's fine. And we can go Sid, Damini, Jasmine, Tam. So please, Sid, Damini, Jasmine, or Tam, if you're here, present right now, just comment here. That's the easiest way. Or if you're not on the list, comment here and who you want channeling as well. Because it says there's 7 people in the chat, and there's 4 people on the list. So go ahead and comment your comments, and we will get on with it then. Probably beginning with Sid, but we'll see. Okay, yes, we do have Sid. We have Sid and Damini. So, Damini, if you hold on for a moment, you're second. So let's go ahead and do Sid first. And we are doing J. I'm just going to connect back to your Facebook messages for a moment, and then I will begin the channeling. Okay. So I have a little bit of the information. Oh, sorry. I need to get the chat correct. Just in case anyone else jumps in. Come on. But yeah, I do feel connected now. So let's go ahead with Sid. Okay, so what's coming through for this one? It's not really as such like a message like how I usually read them, as if the person is saying it. You know, that's usually how it comes through. But today it's kind of like I'm picking things up, little fragments up. So we're getting anxiety and pressure from long messages. So the long messages might not be from you. There could be multiple people that this person is communicating with, and they're feeling anxiety and pressure about replying to so many different people, and there's long messages coming through and things like that. But if you have sent long messages, if you've been very, you know, if you sent like 5 messages and there's been no reply or something like that, that might be something to think about on your side. But it could be other people. It could also be like she has multiple friends online, and it's overwhelming how many messages are being sent, and what she's kind of prioritizing to reply to is kind of coming up. But there's really thinking positive about you, wishing you well. So there is really a positive energy towards you, wishing you well, hoping you're doing well, and all of those things. So you're coming into the mind only occasionally, but in a very positive light. So she's not, this person isn't thinking about you a lot, or you know, overthinking about anything. But when you do come into the mind, there is a positive light shined on that. So there is at least a positive energy there. The negative chords seem minimal, and they seem to have released. So it seems like there has been some negative chords somewhere at some point, but they seem to have been released. Now, you have like Reiki, and you have protection and all these things. It could be a natural thing that's occurred through some cleansing or some Reiki or something, where these chords have just released, or it could be literally natural. You know, sometimes we do things in our daily life that impact our spiritual energy. We don't always have to have a cleanse or Reiki or something to release things. There are different actions and words that we can say that also help with release, but it does seem like chords being released is basically what I'm saying here. So communication is most prominent, but more towards the end of the year. So it does seem like communication is going to come. It does seem like this person is not. They're not going to completely never speak to you again, but it does seem like there's kind of a bit of a weight on getting this ball rolling, basically. So it came through a bit more like that, more than a message. But I hope that information is still valuable in some way, you know. So yeah, so this can happen. But yeah, I hope that information is still valuable in some way to you. So we have Sid that is done there. Miss Venus, hello and welcome. Of course, you can be added, of course. So just let me know who you want channeling, and we will add you. But we're going into Demini. So Demini, do we have Demini present? Demini. Because Demini would like grandmother. Thank you, Miss Venus. I will check that in just a moment. So sorry if I pronounce things wrong, but I try. So we have grandmother coming through there. Grandmother. You're very welcome, Sid, of course. Yeah, it's interesting how it didn't come through such as a message, but it's still, yeah, at least something did come through about it, you know? Okay, Demini. So Gemini, missing my young ones, still on the path. So many lessons to learn. A part of me will always be with you. You are shining your light. I believe you are on the right path. I envision a huge celebration of a union. Follow your spiritual path and your love path most closely, as most of your lessons reside on these paths. Abundance may be attained. I'd love to see you live free and easy. Raise the family up. But the most abundance can be found in relationships. Relationships can be golden. Seek them first and foremost. So I do feel a bit of a soul, I'm just going to write that down. Do you feel a bit of a soul family connection here, or maybe this aspect of her is supposed to be a guide or a protector in some way? Because that's a very deep and meaningful message, you know? Very nice. So we have... So we've done Gemini there. And I am looking back for your feedback, guys. I do appreciate that. But Jasmine, do we have Jasmine or Tam? So I'm just asking for the next two, just in case. But I believe we probably do have Jasmine here. Jasmine. Yes. Okay. So just to go back over it, guys, we have Jasmine, Tam, Miss Venus. That's the list so far. Oh, sorry. Jasmine, Tam, Miss Venus, Kieran. Let me just make sure I remember to timestamp for Kieran there. So just a reminder, if you are a member, you cannot make a stream, well, a channeling stream at least. You're very welcome to request a timestamp. You are very welcome to do that, so don't hesitate or be shy. But if there is a lot of hearts who haven't had their second one, we can schedule another stream, so never worry. That's my main thing to say. So okay, so we have Jasmine and Tam. So of course Jasmine is first on the list. So we'll go into Jasmine and then we will do Tam. So we have Jasmine for spirit guides on recent events, and we have Tam for grandmother as well. And then we go to Miss Venus. So that's great. So Jasmine. You're very welcome. To Mini, of course, you're very welcome. Sorry, I just saw that pop up there. You're very, very welcome. Okay. So we have goodbye, Damini. Goodbye. It was really nice to see you. So we have Jasmine. Okay. So we have the lightning bolt. So first, sometimes they give me, you know, if I was more into the traditional tarot, they might give me like the tower or something like that. Unfortunately, but they do try to give you something that, if you might notice when I'm channeling, a lot of the language that I use naturally comes through, like prominent and, you know, things like that, like the things that I say, because they do try to relate it in a way where you can express it and it makes sense to the channeler, to the conduit or whatever you might call it, you know. So the lightning bolt is the Akashic tarot card that I really highly relate to. So they're pointing me to that. They're like saying, "This, think about this tarot card." So the lightning bolt, the difficult situations that shake you up to bring forth a new path. That's kind of the meaning of the lightning bolt. So the difficult situations that shake you up to bring forth a new path. Things will resolve in your favour. So they're saying that things will resolve in your favour. Perhaps this might be eventually, perhaps there is a process for that, because they do say, sorry, I'll just read it first before I blab on, because I'm kind of messing it up. Things will resolve in your favour, your best interest, only after a struggle, a challenge that you can overcome. You are required to put your warrior energy forward. A karmic cycle is playing out, unfortunately. It's a side effect, like they kind of relate, try to express it in that way, a side effect of his, so Randall, energy, so a side effect of his energy. He's trying to drag you down. You need to rise from him once and for all, never falling back into that cycle, never falling back into the cycle with him, always keeping this boundary forever, okay? You're strong enough, let us all help command it. So they're not asking you to say, please, spirits, can you help me? Like, can you give me a bit of a help hand of this? You're in your warrior energy. They're your spirit team. Command that help. But not in like a, I demand that you do this, like I'm really bossy. But I need this help. Do this for me. I appreciate it. You know, very firm energies. Commanding as opposed to asking is the energy there. With things that are, I know there's a lot of things unfolding right now. This path's kind of it's difficult to say because there's some positive parts to it, but of course, as we know, there's some negative parts to it. So we'll keep a check on it. You're very welcome. You're very welcome to just keep in touch with me. You know, we can go. Maybe we can get a little bit more from this as the time goes on as well. So don't worry about that. I know that for Jasmine, generally as a member, I think this would be your last one, but in terms of like being a moderator and all of those things, we will keep a check on that in Discord, like together personally, one-on-one. So but I hope that at least gives a little bit of help there, but we're not really getting a specific guide there. It's more about the whole team, which is positive in a way. It's nice to have a certain guide because you can put your element, you know, your orange candle or your statue or whatever you might have related to them. But it's positive that at least they're all there, that kind of wanting to help you in a unionized way, if that makes sense. So that's good. Yeah. Oh yeah, and Jasmine says who all was coming through in the channeling. Yeah. So I didn't feel so much of Fae energy, which I usually do, but I did feel very much like angelic, starseed, ancestral was very strong. Ancestral and passed over loved ones. Like ancestral and passed over loved ones are the strongest with you, I would say right now. But I did get some starseed and angelic, like I said. But the angels are a lot more. They only really help if divine intervention is needed. You could maybe you know, pray to them for protection and things like that, or channeling any energy to you, but of course they will only help if divine intervention is needed. But your starseed guides, your ancestors and your past over loved ones, they're more likely to be really physically helping you on the path, maybe changing the direction a little bit. So we will maybe focus a bit more on those. I'll write that down as well. So we have ancestor, starseed, and pass over loved one as well. That's great. So yeah, I didn't feel in the channeling totem animal or anything coming up, but animals like that, like lions, very strong, strong, fast, kind of those kind of totem animals are perfect, great to work with. Of course, I know, Jasmine, you're very intuitive and psychic and medium energy yourself, so you're going to get things yourself as well, so that's great. It's kind of like we're adding together, you know, we're kind of like bringing our things together. So definitely do not discount totem animals if you've dreamt about them as well, just because they didn't come through prominently in the reading, but I would still say it's very positive to focus on them. But I really feel that they're saying that the situation in terms of the custody and the I don't know if I should say on stream. I don't know who you want me to say on stream, so I might message you on Discord just in case. I don't like to say things people might not want me to say on stream, but I do feel like the one situation about the other state, you know, that issue that you have, I feel like that is going to be resolved in some way. I feel like you are going to be guided in the right direction with that. The only thing is that them saying the challenge and the struggle to overcome. I do feel that's more linked to Randall himself, because of course he has to be involved, because, you know, he just has to. I do feel that's more linked to that. So I'm hoping that the kind of sorting of that issue that's still an issue, I'm hoping that's smoother and the struggle is more with Randall, which I know that sounds stupid to say, that I'm hoping there's a struggle with Randall, but it's just, I feel like that will be a little bit easier, and they are saying it's something you can overcome, so I'm kind of willing that kind of energy. I'm kind of feeling that though. I'm kind of feeling like that. I know maybe I'm having a bit of optimism myself with it, you know, but I do feel like that there'll be some ease in getting that right help. I do feel. But yeah, if you have specific questions, I would say message me on Discord. We can even see if anything else comes through. Like, I know I got that word come through. If you do find anything that's linked to that or anything like that, we can check on it, we can see the prominence of that and things like that. So just stay in touch, and we'll dig as deep as we can dig, basically, I would say. But yes, so we'll just move on to, for the stream, move on to Tam for Grandmother. But yeah, Jasmine, I definitely, like, stay in touch, keep me updated, and if you have specific questions about things, we'll just go a bit deeper, you know? We'll just, like I said, keep going as deep as we possibly can. Keep uncovering things, I would say. Yeah. So don't hesitate. You know, we'll do as much as we can, and I will keep your situation and you in my own personal prayers as well. I will make sure I continue to do that as you keep updating me. So don't really worry. Well, you have people in your corner. So I would say. Doing as much as we can, so wondering maybe if even doing like a little candle work or something for it might be positive. Thinking of doing that after this. Do have some readings to do, but I could maybe set it up, get the candle lit, and then get on with my readings. I could probably do that as well. But yeah, so just for the stream, I'll move on with Jasmine. Do keep in touch. So for Tam, so do we have Tam here? I think Tam said here before, so I think we can do Tam. So looking at Grandmother for Tam, okay. I love it when it just comes through straight away. I never connected with Tam's grandmother before ever, and I'm just like, phew. Okay. So from Tam, we do have a bit of a, maybe it's like a warning. I always knew you were a strong one. You'll carry us so far, sorry. I channel so messily and then I can't read it back myself. So I always knew you were a strong one. You'll carry us so far. We are all one in the fabrics of this universe. But you have put a unique print into the records. I look down at you on occasion with the happiest tears in my eyes. Reach the corners of the globe that you seek to, as that's a part of your path, and something I often envision for you. Your solar plexus and your physical wellness should be at the forefront right now. Please look after your health now to prevent some difficulties that are possible on one path moving forward. So I don't really feel like she was super into chakras. Maybe she was, but I don't really get that feeling. But it was the energy that she was putting through to me. It was really like that warning about that physical health side. She's just really trying to, she's saying that there is one path where you might have some difficulties physical health wise, so just really look after your health and look after your body and look after yourself. It was really kind of a warning, a message. I don't want to say a warning because I'm not feeling like super strong health scare, but I'm feeling like she's seeing this path where your health isn't perfect and she really wants you to not go down that one. So the solar plexus is like the kind of energy I feel that she was tapping into, so I put that forward. Well, solar plexus can be very much, we all know it's like self-love, self-confidence and all of those things. So doing your own physical wellness and things like that can be included there. So just think about that. Just think about she's really putting forward a message about looking after your physical health. So people who have passed, I get a feeling that she passed a long time ago. Maybe, I'm getting these feelings. I could be wrong. It might just feel that way. Because if people get over their healing period very quickly, it can feel like they've been passed for a long time, even though they haven't. But it feels like she has. But it feels kind of like when people have, they do tend to look into the records and they do tend to look at the different paths, and sometimes they even, depending on how their healing process went and which aspects of them are left in the spirit realm, because don't forget a lot of people do pass on and reincarnate, but when there's a good element of them left, a good aspect of their energy, sometimes they can connect with the angels as well, so they're protecting you, they're looking over you and things like that. So that was a really nice one for Tam. But yeah, just a little bit of kind of like look after your physical health as much as possible. It's not to say that you don't do it. Sometimes you do it, but it's like they really want you to keep it up. They're really urging you to make sure you keep that up, because if you don't, you could go on the not so great path. So it can even just be a message of keeping it up as well. So that was for Tam. We have Miss Venus. We have and we have Jan, who's popped in. So let me just see, Miss Venus. I said I would go back to your message. Message from C about why he's feeling weird, sad, and like a void, and why he is not as affectionate with me. Is about me. Is he having doubt, conscious and unconscious, and higher self? Okay, yeah, we'll just do like anything that comes through, any aspect of him, and I'll try to relate which ones are which as much as possible. But yeah, so distance with you I'll put as the prompt, if you will. Acting like I'm an AI. The prompt for me, Venus AI. So we also have Jan coming in, and Jan's one is channeling from Caden. Let me check, Jan. Do you have one or two? I can't remember. I'm like, who had one last time? Oh yes. Oh wait, no. Jan is a heart. So yeah, Jan has one left. Okay, just double checking that. I know sometimes you'll sit them out if the energy isn't great yet, so just wanted to check. But you have Caden. So we will do. So yeah, we can do Miss Venus, Jan, and then Kieran. So just let me make sure I'm doing Kieran's as well. Unless someone else pops in, which is fine. So we do Miss Venus and then Jan. So guys, I really need I need like a little video or something that plays when I go for a break. But we've only been 44 minutes. So let me see how many we've got through. I think it was 4. Sid, Meanie, Jasmine, Tom. yeah, so we've got through 4 and 44 minutes. That's pretty good considering I do blab on in the intro as well. So we are doing well. We're getting them through quite quickly. So just to say, we have Miss Venus, Jan and Kieran. I'm not going. This is not the end of the stream. I'm just taking a moment. How can I say it politely? Nature calls, I suppose. I need to go to the loo. I don't know how I say it. I need to wee. So yes, but let me just see. Tom says, wishing my grandmother. Yeah, we do get our grandmother energy there. Definitely a female energy of someone who has passed. So it's grandmother or someone along those lines. Miss Mina says she also very reminds me of Harry Potter. I don't know. I have watched Harry Potter and I do like it, don't get me wrong, but I'm not someone who's super obsessed with it, so I'm like, I don't remember every single thing about it. I did enjoy it, but I'm not super like, oh, you know, obsessed with it, or I don't watch it like a marathon or anything. But I'm not saying it was bad or anything like that, it's just not super into it, but I don't not like it, if that makes sense. Tam says, yes, I do need to focus on my physical health. Yeah, so he's really pointing that out. A lot of the time they do that, you know, they'll do things as they're in the realm, you know, looking at our records or focusing on certain connections or family feuds or, you know, families are arguing, they kind of try to mediate that in some way with intuition or uncovering truths and things like that. But yeah, so just bear with me. I know I don't have like a proper video yet, or like Venus is just on a break a moment, but if I just take myself off there, so just give me a moment. I know it's kind of annoying when I do it and it's all silent and everything, but I'll just have one moment and then it will be back and we have Miss Venus, Jan, Kieran. So yeah, don't go anywhere, we'll see you soon. Hello. Just remind the music so we don't run out in the end, although I don't think we will. So okay, so I'm back, so apologies for that. Here we are. So I think I'm caught up here. So we have we're up to Miss Venus, I believe. I'm pretty sure it was Miss Venus, Jan, Kieran. Pretty sure. It doesn't look like anybody else has jumped in, so that's okay. So I will just say there's only 3 people in. Okay, so there's only 3 people in, so not a lot of people. Probably it's Miss Venus and Jan and maybe someone else. One thing I will say with this. Sorry, I need more space to write. So, but one thing I will say with this is the giveaway. So I just wanted to re-mention the giveaway because it probably will be drawn on Sunday. So we don't have too many entries. We've probably had about 6 people enter. But I don't really like to drag it out too long, you know. If people don't want to enter, that's fine. But the giveaway will be being drawn on Sunday. So if you haven't entered yet, please do enter. I would love to see that. I love to have my reviews and my YouTube and website shared. So, oh wait, do you mean something? Did I? Oh, hold on. Here's something wrong here. Oh yes, that's fine. No worries. Sorry guys, I thought I did something wrong there. Okay, Miss Venus with Charlie, and so sorry. Let's get back into it. We're up to 53 minutes now, so that's okay. We are not 50 persons, so that's fine. So we have I'm going within myself. I'm allowing my own issues and worries to get in the way of us. It makes me feel somewhat like a failure, as you could be a support, a light that encourages and influences. But I allow my sorrow to get in the way. I feel I should be more, should have done more already. It makes me feel deflated. I shouldn't let this affect us. I'll do my best to get out of this rut. I do still hold those feelings for you. The warmth is there within. I'll try to tap into it and to bring it to the forefront. So there's kind of like not being able to separate worries of my own from the connection. It's kind of like everything's amalgamating together. If something's going wrong here, it's going wrong everywhere. It's kind of like it's an inability to kind of separate those things, you know. And I resonate with it in a way a little bit, because when one area drags you down, you do begin to feel, you know, it's difficult. But it's definitely, I do feel a will to work on it. I feel a will to kind of climb back up, if that makes sense. So that's at least the positive, is kind of that will. Miss Venus says, I love Harry Potter. I'm going to watch it again, because you've mentioned it quite a few times. I feel like that's kind of my sign to, you know, watch it again. I'm definitely going to do that. I'm definitely going to watch it again. I know. I really like having the music and having the feather, like, woo. It's just, to me, it's like, it's something. If you're going to watch me or going to listen to me, at least there's something going on whilst I'm channeling. So, but yeah, it feels to me like an inability to disconnect. Like, if something's going wrong here, I feel down in every area of my life, you know? But there's definitely kind of like I don't want to say given up energy, because I don't think it's entirely given up, but it's that kind of, you know, like I'm trying to express it in like a action, you know, deflated kind of thing. Yeah, but it doesn't feel like it's you that he's feeling sorry about. It feels like there's other things in his life. Like, it feels a little bit like there's achievements he wished he had made that he didn't, and he's allowing that to kind of. It's like the feeling of a failure, or feeling deflated, or feeling sorrow about something. He allows that to spread to all the other areas of his life, which is really a problem as well, because I think that, you know, if something's going really wrong, like, let's say, oh, I've lost my job, I have no money, we should really hold on to the fact that, but I love my relationship, this is great, I still have this, you know, it's the positive elements to still look at that and be like, I still have this is great. But with him, it seems like he's allowing that negative energy of, this has gone wrong, so everything, you know, it's like allowing it to kind of amalgamate a little bit. I think there is some awareness that he's doing that, though, and I think that's why he's saying about getting out of that rut. So I feel no, I think the deflated. I feel like the deflated energy is more general. I really feel like it's more general, but I feel like he's allowing it to bleed into other areas of his life. Yeah, it feels like about things he thinks he should. It could be career, but it could even be like places I wish I'd gone, or things I wish I'd done. You know, things like that. I would definitely say just the way he said. I found it interesting that he said, as you could be a support, but not a support in terms of like you have to listen and give advice and things like that. A light that encourages and influences. So it's like, you know, giving encouraging energy and influencing in terms of like you're doing something positive and it's a knock-on effect. It's like you do something really great and he wants to follow that, and like, you know, it's like influencing, you know, and more than like kind of being a, you know, you don't have to be how can I say, like a therapist for him or anything like that, but it's just kind of about, I suppose, showing that I'm still achieving, I'm still striving, I'm still doing all of this, and then it's like, okay, I can still do this as well. yeah, that's really how it feels. It feels like he's allowing that to bleed into everything else as well. But do again, Miss Venus, like feel free to keep me updated. I know I have a crystal ball to do with you. It seems really long. It seems like a lot. You are one who, sorry, like you. I don't know if you were in earlier, but I was saying that I've been dealing with a backlog at the moment. Like, of course, if I have a lot of readings to do, I can't like delegate them to anyone. It has to be me that does them. So I do have a backlog. Sometimes it's been, last week was really quiet, and then it's like this big snowball has built up. So on the weekend I have a lot to do. Sid's still waiting. Sid booked quite a while ago and still waiting. But Miss Venus, so sorry to blab on that, but Miss Venus, you are scheduled for Sunday at the moment. Your crystal ball is scheduled for Sunday at the moment. So hopefully I'm going to get to that. Hopefully I'm going to get to all of these things in good time. So the weekend is going to be pretty busy for me. But I'm going to try to do, if it's nice weather tomorrow, I might get up early and do a bit of an early stream and then do all the readings in the afternoon. So yes, but yes, just enter the giveaway if you want to enter the giveaway, because that will be drawn on Sunday as well. So just to mention that. So now we will have Jan. So we'll do Jan because I believe Jan is present, and then we will have sorry, not Tam, Kieran, because Kieran requests a timestamp for a not great time zone. Not great time zone match, so we will end with a timestamp for Kieran, as requested there. Okay, Miss Venus, yes. So yeah, so we'll connect about that. So I will do your reading on Sunday, and of course, you guys, we're always available to have like a back and forth, like clarification on anything, or that's the answer. This prompts me to say that. We can have a back and forth, because you don't know what's going to come up as an answer, and it might prompt you to think of something else. So just remember that we're always very welcome to just communicate, have a back and forth. Don't be shy, as I always say. Just connect with me. So yes, really nice to connect with you, Miss Venus. Feels like it's been a while. It feels like we don't connect as much anymore, and I really do miss you. I'm missing Aries as well. I don't think Aries has had any channelings this month. And Aries messages, they go into my inbox as like read. I opened the message and I was like, I haven't read these, and these are read. So yeah, I really need to connect with Aries as well. So it's a shame she didn't come in. But yes, Jan, thank you, Jan. Yes, so Jan, you're writing a review. So I'm going to go through everyone who's written. No one shared, but I don't blame you guys if you don't have like an audience or anywhere to share. Then, or anyone who's interested in a similar thing, then yeah, I understand why you wouldn't share. So don't worry. But reviews, perfect, great. I love that. So I will go through all of the recent reviews. I'll put you all into a singing bowl, and we'll do a little draw for you. So Jan, you will have, I think you're a heart member, aren't you? So you will have 3 entries. Love, light and blessings, Miss Venus. Yeah, just keep me updated. And I would love some input from you as well for a Lemurian stream, if we can do that. And if you can do a Lemurian, I'm happy to just plan it and do whatever. But it would be nice to have some input from you since you've been to Manchester now. I haven't been yet, so it would be really nice to just bounce off some ideas or some energies, or maybe a mantra that came to your head, or a symbol or something like that. And that would be really nice. But yeah, I understand that obviously, yeah, you're busy and you might you might not be just able to do that for me. But if you could, I would really appreciate it. But it doesn't have to be this month, you know. There's no rush with anything. Like, you know, it's like the tea leaf reading. I would love to have done that like yesterday or something, but I'm just not super confident with the shapes and what they mean just yet. I really want to be a bit more confident with tea leaf before I get into it. I'm thinking of doing Earl Grey tea leaf reading as well. I love Earl Grey. So, but yeah, I'm just blabbing on about tea now. But I'm English, so it's okay. I suppose you can forgive me. You can have some crumpets. But yeah, so Jan, Miss Venus, yes, I'll tap into my higher self and see what comes up for. Yes, and we will plan it. It doesn't have to be this month. It can be any time. Maybe we'll find a nice spiritual date, you know, moon phase or something. But I can connect with some Lemurians I've connected with already. So you know, Ashley. So it would be really nice because you've been there physically. So it would be really amazing. So my higher self wants to draw for me. Yes. Oh, sorry, Jan. So Jan says, yeah, I don't have much social media presence anymore. In the past, I did have a lot of followers on Twitter and Instagram, but I had some stalkers, and ever since then I went. Yeah, and as well, it's like there's no point in like I would really appreciate my channel on my YouTube being shared, but if you were sharing it to people who weren't interested in the things we're interested in, there's no point, you know. So it's kind of like, I do want to grow the community, but I just want people like us. I'm not like, oh, I just want any subscribers. I want all subscribers. I want blah, 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 blah. You know, it's like only the people that resonate with us. Even if the community stayed at like 1,000 and odd, as long as we're all resonating, we're all very, you know, that's what I prefer. I prefer that. So, but yes, Jan, let me get on with Jan so we can do Kieran's timestamp and jump off. Probably we'll have to schedule another stream. Hopefully we'll try to catch Aries on the stream. Sunlight as well. Watch Geeks is never on. Husky, I miss Husky. And Rain. We rarely don't catch Rain very often. So try and catch Aries and Rain for the next one. But yes, so Jan and Kaden. Okay. Let me just remove myself from Lemurian focus for a moment. we have, I'm sorry, I feel like I have expectations of you, words that I want you to say, but ultimately, I'm just not ready to disconnect from you. I want you to want me. I want to know that you're still there. But right now, I want to take it slow. I don't want it to be about other people, jealousy, games, competition. Let's just focus on us, me and you. Alone on a slow path to a happy future. And there is a question mark there. It's kind of like asking if you're happy to do that too, in a sense. But it does seem pretty positive, mostly, I would say. But I suppose in a way it's kind of dismissive because there is other people that are kind of blocking, you know, and or delaying and things like that. So, you know, but I would love to know what you think about that. So Kieran's, I'll just write Kieran's and send it to Kieran. So that's fine, as opposed to just kind of like being alone on stream talking to myself, maybe. Maybe I will do that, might be a bit better. Chances was this mostly conscious or not? Yeah, it does feel pretty conscious, to be honest. I do feel like the thinking about you and the situation is pretty forefront at the moment. So there's positives in that because you're forefront. So what I will say is, yeah, so Kieran, Kieran is here, which is not, but going to do Kieran's one now and send it to her typed up. Love, light and blessings to everybody that came onto the stream. Jan suggests Em's directly interfering and stuff, so from the sound of it, he's not done and wants to hear from me. He's not done. No, yeah, he definitely still wants to connect and still wants to communicate, but it's like he wants to he doesn't want to talk about that. He doesn't want that to be. He just wants it to be about focus on you and him, and not focus on like other people and games and competitive energy and things like that. So it comes across like he's kind of avoiding talking about her right now, but I do think he will eventually down the path. I think eventually down the path he will. But I feel like he just really doesn't want that right now. I feel like he's a bit anxious about that right now. But what I would say is, so yeah, so love, light and blessings to each of you. So I will, some of your heart chakras still have 2 or 1 readings to go, or even some root people do still have a reading to go. So yeah. Maybe there'll be another members channeling later on in the month, perhaps. And if you have any ideas for members channelings, you're very welcome to let me know. There's still in the works going to be a members only tea leaf reading, which will be the first tea leaf reading will be members only. It just depends when I'm super confident on that. I will schedule that, but so don't worry, you can be on it. That'll be fun. I think that'll be fun. But if you have any ideas, so probably going to, if it's really nice weather tomorrow, I might go out and do an outdoor stream. But if not, I might start the day with like a pendulum or something. But we do have the members crystal ball tomorrow, so remember, members crystal ball, get your questions in there. It's more accurate than the pendulum, as I always say. If you do want to be entered into the giveaway, which will be drawn on Sunday, go to that video, go to that giveaway video. It was a live video, a couple of lives down. It says giveaway. It's very, you know, you'll see it. Just explains how to enter the giveaway, and you have multiple entries if you're a member. So let me see. Jan says, he sent a message to you overnight, but I never replied. I wanted to send a heartfelt message and tell him I wanted to be friends still. I think he wanted me to message and tell him from the sounds of it. Thank you so much, Venus. I'm crying. Tears of relief aren't over. The path isn't gone. Yeah, and it's definitely like he has a lot of expectations from you. It's like, I block you on everything, but I still want you to reach out to me. I still want you to like be, you know, putting those like chords out to me. So it's interesting that he's kind of being like that, but I do think it comes with the hesitant energy. It's like he doesn't want to be so hesitant that you move on. He still wants to like have you there as an option. It's kind of sad. Like, he needs to get going. Like, make your decision. You know, make your decision. Do it. Solidify it and things like that. But yes. So don't be shy, stay in touch. Any ideas for member streams are very, very welcome. Always welcome to message me on Facebook, Discord, and my email address. If I don't reply to you, give me a prompt, give me a little push. Sometimes, like I said, with Aries messages, they're coming through as read. So I open it up and I'm like, I haven't read this. Why is it not marked as unread? So sometimes it can be difficult depending which platform you're messaging on. I think email and Facebook are best, but I'm having issues with the Facebook at the moment. So we'll just see. There's always lots of glitches and issues going on, so I'll just do my best with that. But yeah, so members, it's ongoing, so you have half price on a lot of things on the website, so if anything you want from the website, feel free. Of course, it's at the bottom here, secretfrequencies.com/shop. Very welcome to message me with anything you might want from the shop, and most things are half price, so just give me a shout. And you're very welcome. So yeah, like I said, any ideas from member streams, do let me know. And love, light and blessings to each of you. I really, really hope to see you soon. Members Crystal Ball tomorrow, and we will go to do as many. So I had, like I said, I was very, very booked up for the beginning of this month, past week specifically. So I'm going to focus more on streams for the last 2 weeks, or the last week at least. I'm going to really be pumping out those streams. So there might be days of 2 streams at a time going on there to try and make up for what we haven't done. So, and I will always try to do that. If I have a really busy week with orders, I'll try to double the streams the next week. So if you feel like you haven't had enough, I haven't done enough in a month or anything, just let me know. Just let me know. It's all about communication. I'll do my best for you guys. And Jancy, since it's only Aries and Rain, if they come tomorrow, you should ask who they want channeling theirs off stream and send it to them. Yeah, and that's very possible as well. Doing things for members off stream, I'm very happy to do that. The only thing with the streams is, you know, it's watch hours for YouTube. I do your members on YouTube, I get watch hours and things like that. But yeah, definitely for members we need to do things like that. So thank you, Jan, for that suggestion as well. And also, one thing I forgot to say, and we don't have many people in now, it's like 6 people. I have new tarot decks. And when I say new, they're not new like they're newly made, but the ones that we haven't used yet. So I got a bunch of tarot decks from Sarah, a beautiful member of the community. When I went to help her with her pregnancy, she gave me a ton of tarot decks, oracle decks I should say. So we have the Spirit Junkie, Witches of Wisdom, Starseed, and Spellcasting. We haven't really used them. So tomorrow, if the weather isn't great and I don't go out, when I do a pendulum, we'll have some new cards. So that's something to look forward to, I guess. Some new cards. So love, light, and blessings to each of you. I really hope to see you soon. Jan, yeah, any updates, do just message me. I know I've been a little bit distant. Because I've been a bit busy with sessions, but just prompts me. You're always welcome to prompt me. So love, light and blessings to each of you. I really hope to see you soon, talk to you soon. Don't be shy.